Ever since the term bridezilla was coined, brides have been apprehensive about making decisions that may not be what every guest wants. No matter how hard we try when we're planning our big day, it's just simply impossible to please everybody. We need to reflect on what the couple really wants, and nonetheless, feeling guilty about some of those decisions tends to pop up. So whether it's financial strain on dear old dad or having to cut a really close coworker from our guest list, something always pops up. So just in case you're in the thick of it and you're feeling guilty, I'm here to ease a little bit of your stress. I've put together 6 decisions that brides shouldn't feel guilty about when wedding planning. In this video, we're going to go over the first 3. So the first one is receiving financial help. If your parents, future in-laws, a really close aunt, or anybody for that matter, is helping you foot the bill or maybe paying for the whole thing entirely, that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nobody's business who pays for what anyway. And you should focus on being happy that you have people that care about you so much that they're willing to do this for you. The second thing is not asking somebody to be a bridesmaid. Future sister-in-laws, past BFFs, and other close family relatives may be somebody that you'd like to have a special part in your day, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you want them to be a bridesmaid. On top of that, most couples try to have an even number, bridesmaids and groomsmen, on each side, so it can be stressful when you're trying to decide on what number that should be. Don't feel obligated to have somebody be in your bridal party that you don't want to be there. I'm just going to say it straight. This day is about you and your spouse-to-be. Consider having those outliers be an attendant, an assistant, or an usher. The third thing is not giving everyone a +1. And this can get some people really riled up. While you would love to invite your entire family, your and their friends, everyone at your work, and more, is just simply usually not possible. Every wedding has a budget, no matter how big or how small, and every couple usually knows about how big they want their guest list to be. No matter the reason, you may want or not want every attending guest to have a +1. And our rule of thumb is, unless the guests are married or if they've been in a long-term relationship, you're just simply not obligated to have them bring a +1. And for example, I, for one, did allow everyone to bring a +1 to my wedding, despite how intimate it was. And to give you an idea about how intimate, we had about 42 people after everyone was invited, and I also paid for my makeup artists, my photographers, my officiant, those types of people to join us at the reception because I felt like they deserved a meal. So even though our wedding was that tiny, I did allow some people to bring +1s that I didn't know. And I must admit, it can be kind of weird looking through pictures and seeing these strangers who floated into our family members' lives and quickly floated right back out, but it doesn't really bother me all that much. Just keep that in mind when you're making your decision. Ask yourself, how much would it bother me having people that you may not know in your pictures? If you don't want random people at your wedding, or you don't want random people in your album when it comes to making your wedding album, stick to your guns. So these are the first 3 out of the 6 decisions that I feel like brides shouldn't feel guilty about when they're wedding planning. You can see all 6 and read about them on our blog at www.delong.photography.com/blog. You can check out more amazing articles and find some inspiration on our Pinterest page at DeLong Photography. I hope this was super helpful, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.